Hey, welcome to Up in Smoke, all about barbecue. I'm Becky, and today we are going to have a little compare and contrast here. You see I've got two chickens in front of me, and we are going to do beer can chicken versus no beer can chicken. Some say that it doesn't really matter if you have the beer can in there or not, because it's still going to get steamed and moist and juicy, and especially when you cook it upright like these stands cook it. And some say you got to have the beer, that it actually gives you a little bit of flavor too. Then there are still others who are concerned about some of the inks on the labels on their beer cans and kind of leaching into the meat possibly while it cooks. And there's even at least one beer company in particular who has said they do not endorse using their cans for beer can chicken because they have non-food grade ink on their label. That would be Anheuser-Busch. But what we found was this handy little stand. This is from Mountain Grillers, and so it has a can in it that you can pour your beer into. This also works really great if your favorite beer comes in bottles only, and then you don't have to worry about it. You can pour it in here, or if you want to try wine, that would be really awesome. We may have to try that sometime. So today we are using good old Shiner Bock. My favorite taster and cameraman seems to appreciate this one. I'm not a beer drinker myself. So once I pour this in, I'm going to pour it right up to that line where the lid hits. Once I pour this in, I'm going to give the rest to him. He gets to drink it. So we're going to pour it in, let some of the fizz go down a little bit. He's trying to reach for it already. Calm down, hold on. We're going to let a little fizz go down. If it does a little bit, and make sure we get a decent amount in here. I'll just pour a little more like that. There we go. There you go.
All right.
Then put our lid back on. Got to fit it on. Got some grooves. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is just start seasoning up my little hens here. I have just a mixture of salt, pepper, garlic, and a little poultry seasoning. And I'm going to start actually with a little olive oil. I'm going to rub just a teeny bit of olive oil. I'm going to start rubbing this inside the cavity in here. And then I'm going to get some of my seasonings and rub this all in here nice, all the way around. The salt in this rub is going to be really nice and help pull some of those juices, the natural juices, up towards the surface for us. And I'm going to gently kind of lift up the skin up here on the breast just a little bit. I'm going to rub a teeny bit of olive oil again, and just a little bit. And then I'm going to rub a little bit of my seasoning up in there. Got some that was already still on my gloves. Then we're going to start on the outside, and I forgot to get my paper towel. I was going to dry these off before we do this. So my cameraman's going to go run and get one for me. You can see him in the background over there. But I like to get them really dry, nice and dry, because that also helps us get nice crispy skin. Thank you. So dry up this outside before I season it all up, all the way around. I like bite through skin on my chicken. And we're going to start just with some seasonings on the outside, and then after it's cooked a little bit, when I'm ready to kind of start checking it, I'm going to brush just a tiny bit of olive oil on it. Get my paper towels out of my way here a little bit. Now flip it over, put a little on this side, back side. Want to get it all over. Now I'm ready to do my second little hen for our no beer can, and I'm going to do this really quickly. Okay, so we have both our little birds all ready to go. And now it's just time to put them on our beer can stands, or our no beer can stand. Just get her to sit right on there. Push her all the way down. Let's see, her little legs want to stick out a little more. There we go. There we go. Whee! There we go. Get her good and on there so she doesn't fall over on us. And I'm gonna prop her little legs up, just like that. There. Now we are ready for our no beer can chicken. Get her all on here, same way. Prop her down and get her little legs. I'm gonna put her little feet right inside. There's little circles at the bottom of this one. And put those right in there. So now we are gonna head out to the grill and get these girls on. Okay, so we're ready. Got my S&S kettle grill up to about 375. I'm gonna use my ThermoWorks billows today to keep it right around 375 for my little hens here. And there goes our no beer can. And this is our, our beer can. So in about 45 minutes, I'm gonna start checking and make sure that skin is crisping up nicely. If you're not using a ThermoWorks billows, you can just keep your vents open about halfway and just kind of keep an eye on it. You can use your exterior thermometer and make sure that it's staying hot enough to get that nice crispy skin. It's all about the skin. Nice. So you're gonna have to move over here, Mr. Cameraman, because I am actually gonna turn these little ladies around a little bit. We are getting some nice brown and crispy skin. I'm gonna let them get some more brown towards the other way. Move her over a little bit. And I'm gonna check them and see where we're at with my ThermoWorks instant read here. Okay, we are not ready yet, which I didn't expect we would be. We're only about, ooh. Miss No Beer Can is getting done a little quicker than Miss Beer Can. So since we are getting some nice browning on our skin here, I'm gonna go ahead and lightly brush just a little olive oil on. Don't want them getting a little too dried out. My fire's coming up towards my little hens here. Don't want that too much. Gotta hurry. And we got some nice brown skin over here that's getting nice and crispy on this one. I turned them a little bit. You saw that. We're turning them away so this side can be towards the heat a little more. And I think I'm gonna move her back a little bit because of the way that flame is coming up. And then keep them on. They've got about 35, 40 more degrees to go. And then we'll be ready to pull them off. Beer can is ready to come off. Our beer can is getting a little, the skin is shrinking up a little bit. They're actually both ready to come off right now. So, I get these ladies off and let them cool down a little bit and get my little favorite taster in to check them out. Here we go. This one's gonna be fun to get off because of the way this, I'll just pick her all up. There we go. All right. So, almost ready to taste. So we are ready to start carving our birds, little like Thanksgiving. But we noticed, it's interesting, this is the beer can chicken over here, and her skin got a lot darker than the non-beer can. Just interesting. We'll see how she tastes. Let me take this leg off first. And I think my favorite taster is going to want to come in and try some of this.
Well, of course.
I'll take some of this breast off
All right.
here. We'll try the breast.
Yeah.
So the breasts are super easy.
I'm a breast man, that's for sure.
Oh boy. So the breasts on chicken are super. Can you pull that a little bit closer?
Sorry.
There we go.
Oh, juicy.
Juicy, very juicy.
Very juicy.
They're, which is good because breasts, like I was about to say, breasts on chicken are easy to dry out.
Yep.
When cooking, period.
Yeah.
Oven, grill, doesn't matter. So we'll see. That's why I'm going to cut into the breast first. To cut off and get that exactly in the joint.
That's juicy too.
It is. This one's very juicy. This is the non-beer can chicken. So I'm going to try and get in here. Get this breast. See if I got in there right. Yes, my dear?
Just looking over your shoulder.
I'm going to try to cut this off. Ooh. And you're going to share with me, right?
Of course.
So we can both taste. So
All right, so that's the beer can.
that's beer can. This is non-beer can.
So you want me to just cut right across and then put
Yeah.
some... Okay.
Yeah, cut them in half. And so the skin still didn't get completely crisp.
This is a
like
super dull knife.
it usually does. Oh, well, you want me to use the thing again?
No, you're good.
Okay, so that's non-beer can,
That's
right?
non.
Okay.
And this is beer. So, I think the beer can one, whoops, is a little bit more moist.
You think it is?
Yeah. Okay, so I have food with my salt. Check this out.
Some of us know it by now.
Okay.
These both look very juicy. I got a little bone still in there. So,
I'm digging into the non-beer can
not-
chicken first.
yeah, me too. Interesting.
Very tasty, very flavorful. What wood did you smoke with?
Moist. What did I smoke with? Charcoal, briquettes, and I just sprinkled in a little bit of pecan chips,
Okay.
just for a little extra flavor.
Beer can, going in for beer
Beer
can.
That's even more moist, I think.
Both are moist. There is a slight difference. However, if we didn't have them side by side, you ran out of beer and you didn't have the opportunity to do a true beer can chicken, and the next time you did a beer can chicken, I don't know if the difference is profound enough to not be able to, to be able to notice if you didn't have side by side comparisons. But
Interesting. I'll go try that.
fantastic flavor on both, but I do have a lot more juice coming out of the beer can chicken one as I'm cutting into it for sure. So
I think I am noticing a slight flavor difference too in the beer can.
can you?
Like just a slight little hint of beeriness.
I'm not sure if
Not a lot.
I'm not sure if I'm picking up on that myself, but there is a difference. I would gladly sacrifice half of a can of beer again on a future beer can chicken, because there is a difference in the moisture. But
There is definitely in the breast.
non-beer can chicken is not bad by any
Right.
means or unacceptable.
Yeah, it's still
I'll take either one.
nice and juicy.
So,
But just
conclusive proof that beer can chicken does make a difference as opposed to no beer can, right?
I think so. I think it does, yeah. And who knows what it is. If it slows down the overall cooking because the heat doesn't get up in there and circulate as much with the can in the middle of the bird, and maybe it cooks a little slower. But it's delicious. I think, I think now after having tasted this, I would just stick with doing beer can chicken.
From here on out.
Or wine can chicken.
We're going to try that next. That's in an upcoming Up in Smoke All About Barbecue video.
Or cider can chicken. I wonder if you get flavor from cider in your bird then.
Possibly.
Or wine, yeah.
Well, I'm game. I'm game.
So we'll probably have a whole playlist coming up of different types of canned chicken.
There you go.
Wine can,
Yep.
would I say
Champagne
cider can?
Mm-hmm.
Champagne, that might be a little weird. with all the bubbles in it. Well,
I
beer
know.
has bubbles too.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
Yeah,
So,
interesting. So, beer can chicken for the win. Thank you so much for watching. Give us a like and a subscribe. Leave us a comment down below, and we will see you next time.